getting ready to come in for the show, and usually John likes to match me, and he wants to have a full-on conversation before we leave the house. And I'm more like to myself and quiet, and he wants to ask like 100 questions. And he's like, are you mad? Like, what's wrong? And I'm like, no, I'm always like quiet because I internalize. So I kind of like think and game plan. And then I get in the car and I'm like, okay, this is my ideas. And then he's like, well, why couldn't you tell me your ideas when you were getting ready? And I said, because I was thinking about my ideas. And he's like, well, can we think about it together?
I'm like a collaborator, George. I like to collaborate. I'm like a collaborative process. I like that. Right. Not always. There's like there's certain people you're like, okay, I'm going to tell you what you got to do. Right.
I'm going to think by myself over here and then I'll touch base with you.
Yeah. I don't know.
But he wants to like think together.
Yeah. I like to talk through it.
And I think it's like the way I was, the way I've been for the last 15 years. Like I've always just had to figure it out on my own without a partner. And then I just touch base with you and then we can compromise.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Just act like something's wrong the whole time while you're thinking.
No,
You're buffering.
I'm preparing.
Are you buffering or are you like?
I don't know what it is.
Like that's the way I would describe it.
Yeah. Then I get in the car and then it's like a whole new person. Then I'm like, I have this idea and that idea. And he's like, oh my gosh, where was all this energy 30 minutes ago? And I'm like, I was thinking. And he's like, can we think together? And I'm like, no. I got to think by myself first, and then I'll touch base with you.
I think it sinks in, like at least for me sometimes, it sinks in that we're doing whatever we're going to be doing once I'm in the vehicle headed to that place.
Yeah. You're like, then you're in the zone.
Yeah. I like check in. I'm like, okay, all right. What am I actually doing here? But today, I get to be the audience asking you guys the questions. This is a Q&A episode.
Yeah.
The first Q&A episode that we've done. And yeah, I think we're going to get to know a lot about you both here. You guys ready for me to get this started?
Fire it off. Fire away, George.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
I can only imagine who this question is for. The first question is best bolt action rifle of World War II? Question mark.
What a very specific question.
I know. Does he really want to know the answer? Because
he probably already has an opinion.
And he just wants to argue with me. So no matter what I say, it's not going to be the right answer.
Yeah. Is this a question of challenging you? Or does he really want to know what your opinion is on this? Because everyone knows it's the Mauser.
You think it's the Mauser?
Probably.
So I said Mauser. I actually asked this question to John and he goes, I don't frickin' know.
I don't know. And then, by the way, for the record, hold on. She goes, oh, you're not going to be able to answer any of these questions. They're all about guns. And then I said, okay, well, then what is it? And she's like, I actually don't know either. So then we went and looked at this one last night. And then she went with Mauser because it was the only one she could pronounce.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, no, some of those gun names are nuts.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, really, what was the bolt action? So I guess based on what I read, this particular rifle, people could operate it in like 10 minutes or so. So I was like, oh, 10 minutes. Gosh, I'm popping off 100 round mags. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But this guy was Alba something. But yeah, best bolt action battle rifle of World War II. Man, what a question. So I guess it's super subjective. We're going to go with Mauser.
Boom. Final answer.
Final answer.
And that's the only question that I actually looked at before this.
Same. And then we decided we're not going to look at it anymore.
Yeah, let's not look. Let's just let George fire away. And whatever comes to mind, comes to mind.
Off the cuff.
You know what I mean?
I'm a little nervous.
Okay. All right.
All right. What do we got?
Second question, and this one, I cannot wait to hear the answer. All right. What's one luxury travel experience that completely disappointed you?
Ooh. I know mine.
Go for it.
Mine was, I feel bad saying. I like to just talk about the positives.
Yes.
So, but I will say I was super excited about Iceland. And when I went to the Blue Lagoon, which is a super famous spot, everyone knows the Blue Lagoon in Iceland, I was very disappointed with the spa. that leads you out to the Blue Lagoon. But the good news is this was like more than 10 years ago. So I've heard they've revamped it since, which is a perfect opportunity for us to go and check it out. Because you've not been, right, babe?
Nope, never been.
Wait, so the Blue Lagoon, it's just a place that you can go swim in?
Have you heard of the Blue Lagoon?
No.
Oh, it's like a thermal hot springs in Iceland. So you're literally surrounded by snow.
And glaciers and stuff?
And it's so freezing, but this hot springs is like 104 degrees. And people come from all over the world because the clay is supposed to be healing for the skin. So it heals anything with like anyone that has like skin disorders like eczema. They put this clay like on their face and skin. So yeah, I've always been like super excited to visit Iceland, and that was probably like a little disappointing for me. What about you?
But it's real.
It's real.
John?
It's real. Messed up my hair, but
the one that comes to mind is probably, I feel like in restaurants, especially lately, I've been pretty disappointed at restaurants lately. Like, the experience wasn't as great. And maybe it's because I'm not drinking anymore. Maybe the restaurant was cooler when I would drink. Maybe the food tasted better or something. Yeah. I don't know.
They're adding in the tip.
Yeah, they're adding the tip. I'm going to add in the tip in a minute in this dress. And then I would say the one experience that comes to mind that I was disappointed with was the pink beach in Bali.
In Bali.
Like I thought it was going to be pinker. You know what I mean? Like more pink, like it was pinker, more pink. I don't know.
More pink.
Anyway, more pink. And then when we did the aerial like shot of you on it, it looks cool. It's a cool shot, but we did have to put a little bit of filter on it to make. We showed like the difference of like, here's what it really looks like, and then here's what people would
when you color grade.
Yeah, when you color grade it. So. And
then we got into it with a photographer there because I'm like, hey, we were there and the mountains are all desert. They're not green. So you literally Photoshop this entire set. And it come to find out after going back and forth with him, he was there at a different season when it is green. So there are times when it is covered in lush and green and the pink is pinker. Yeah.
And then the one I haven't done yet, but I'm nervous about it now based on some of this is the Northern Lights, speaking of Iceland. But is because you see these awesome shots of it. Yeah. And it looks like it's these vibrant colors. And I'm hoping that's what it looks like in real life. But I don't know if that's just like been color treated and filtered and all that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I'm hoping. I still want to see it anyway. Yeah. That's the problem with social media is they make it look so like grand and amazing. And then sometimes you get there and you're a little disappointed. Because I'm like, this isn't what I saw. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And then I don't like it. And then I guess when you go to these big monuments or these big landmarks, lots of times they're just crowded, right? Which is, I mean, everyone wants to see it. So it's not nothing you can do about it. But when you see these images of it and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to see that. And then you don't really even get to see that. It's like going to the Mona Lisa. Like the Mona Lisa, we couldn't even see the Mona Lisa because there were so many people crowded around it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or even places that have like fog. It would suck to like go see one of those. Cameron and I are about to go up to the Portland area and do like the Pacific Northwest kind of drive along the coast. Yeah. I'm just worried that like all these cool rock formations, we're just going to catch the one day where the fog is just unbearable and low. And so, I mean, there's the downside of like what Mother Nature can provide, but the photoshopping of beaches. Have you ever been to the black sand beach in Hawaii? Yes, I have. It's absolutely incredible. That is black sand. Yes. There's no photoshopping that. For sure. Yeah. That was really cool. Mm-hmm.
The coast, though, up north, that'll be fun. Multnomah Falls is really cool to check out. There's like this really cool bridge you can stand on and get a shot of that.
You said which falls?
Multnomah, Multnomah. Multnomah Falls. It's in this area called the Gorge, which is really cool. The gorge did catch on fire a few years ago, but I think it's pretty green now.
Okay. I hope. I'll report back.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll let you know.
It's pretty up there. It's really cool.
Let us know.
It is pretty.
Yeah. Okay. So that was a travel, luxury travel thing. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to edit this out. Don't worry. Okay. The next question. Which one of you is better under pressure when things go wrong while traveling?
Me.
You think you?
Yes.
No.
I'm such a hippie spirit, go with the flow. I'm like, flight got canceled. Sweet. Where are we eating? Oh, we get another night here. All right, sweet. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I think that of the two, I don't think I'm like that crazy. I know I don't have to be at the airport 3 hours early, and I don't have to I can like flex and adjust. I think I'm just the one that usually has to do the planning of everything. So I instantly go to, oh man, now I got to do this. I got to change that. I got to get the flight changed. I got to get the driver now changed. Like I got to do all that. So that's probably of the two of us, you probably are better because you're kind of like, where are we going? Where's my coffee? Why?
No.
Why isn't it 82 degrees here?
It's not true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you guys are a perfect yin and yang for that question. Put together, you guys are really good under pressure.
Yeah.
I think so.
Have you ever had a moment while traveling where you realized how differently you were raised? This could be like cultural. I kind of take this one as like cultural. Like the way you see other people in other countries live.
Oh, it's like not between each other? I thought the question was like where I like realized, oh, wow, she had a very different upbringing than me. Or is this just other people?
Upbringing was, yeah.
Yeah, I took that as like culturally, like what you see in
other parts of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not between like each other, but just, how differently you were raised compared to.
Oh, for sure. We're so we have everything here. So as much as people like to complain that, about our politics, we are still I think the luckiest country based on everything that I've seen. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think you always do have like an appreciation of like America. Mm-hmm. I do anyway, and like the freedoms that we have and all that. I do take that away. I do sometimes lately have been noticing more of like how healthy some other places are compared to us. It feels like, especially you go to like Italy and you're like, man, everyone's like different parts of it, right? Especially more the rural. I mean, they don't have
gyms. We just we're talking about that. Like a lot of other countries aren't as like fitness focused as we are here in the United States. Like there's not a gym on every corner, but I feel like it's because people are outside and they're moving around more. And
there's a lot less processed stuff, and there's a lot more restrictions on the types of food that they can
have and consume. But even when we were in like Thailand or Bali, some places don't have toilet paper. So if you're not prepared and have like tissue in your purse, you're SOL. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, in Africa, they didn't have toilets. There were holes. So I think that we are very, very lucky. And every time I come back from a trip overseas, I appreciate the things that we have here in the U.S. for sure.
No, to me, it's like the freedom to leave, like having a passport and the way it unlocks the world for you. Like there's certain countries that the process to even get approved to go to America is years if you're lucky.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And to me, like that's like that was one of the biggest things that I learned. I was like, yeah, we really do have it nice out here.
Yeah,
like,
we do.
We can just pop out anywhere. And certainly places have visas. Like I'm not saying that doesn't exist, but the process in which, it's just so much expedited.
Yeah.
We are lacking in the creativity, though. I will say when I see like the churches and the monuments overseas, I'm like, man, this is like so inspiring. We don't have a lot of that, like our buildings.
Always the history, right? We're just a lot newer of a country than a lot of those places. They were building up stuff that is, was around before we were even a country.
When you really think about it, though, they didn't have excavators back then. So how are they even building that stuff?
Yeah, it's pretty cool when you like actually see it and be like, wow, they were doing this with like their hands.
There's no electricity. So was it candlelight? And painting on your back, you know?
Yeah. Like, how do you paint the roof of the basilica or whatever the hell it is?
Yeah. And then it's like,
right.
this stuff was built like fast. Like some of these ruins that are like so old, it makes you wonder, like there's got to be something else.
No,
like,
I mean, I just think there was nothing else to do back then. Like,
really?
Like, what else are we, Jamie, literally, what are we going to do?
Like, okay, explain like the pyramids.
Oh, well, okay, George, go ahead and explain the toughest
George,
thing.
You know?
Come on.
Okay, so even saying. Like in Peru, Machu Picchu, there are massive stones that even like our machinery couldn't even move that. How are people moving that and on what?
Yeah.
Like a wheel and, you know?
I do think that the population could have been a lot bigger than what we think. And I do think that these people took immense pride in these structures that they were building because everybody kind of wanted their own little staple piece. They probably came from descendants of people who saw a stone structure, 100 years ago, and now they've shipped over and now they want to create their own. And
yeah.
Now you want to talk about aliens. I mean, we could talk about aliens. I would like to think that they just, it was good old teamwork.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the precision is kind of crazy, though. The precision of the architecture, and then like the subterranean, like all the stuff that's below those places. There is some. It's incredible. Like there's a lot more questions than answers on that.
Yeah. I guess our modern, like what America is really good at is you go to New York and you're like, this is a vertical city.
Yeah.
It's just so impressive. You can't look down the street and see all the buildings just because there's massive skyscrapers everywhere. That's our version of it.
Yeah, and what we also do is we say, tear it down and build something new. They don't do that.
Especially Vegas. Yeah, we have all our history is in the boneyard.
Yeah, true.
We got finite space in Vegas, so we got a bowl.
Yeah.
If we were a little more open, like California, we'd be fine. But anyways, next question. That was a good one. Okay. What's something one of you spends money on while traveling that the other secretly judges?
What do you judge?
To be honest with you, George, we don't really spend a lot of money when we're traveling.
She judges me for buying a $7 bottle of water at the airport. And she walks through with her Yeti and claims it's for her diabetes.
I do not. I do not.
Her medical water.
It's medical because you can. So I don't want to spend $10 on a bottle of water that comes in plastic. So I always travel with my own water. And he gets so embarrassed and he hightails it out of there. And one time I got called out by the TSA guy and he goes, what's the medical reason? And I'm thinking, oh my God, he can't ask me that. And John looks at me and his mouth opens and I go, diabetes?
And I was like, what? You just told that guy he had diabetes? And I walked away. I instantly walked away. I can't be an accomplice to this. I can't do it. I'm uncomfortable right now. You just lied and I'm not lying with you. I can't do it. I will give you away. And
he left me.
And it wasn't because I'm always gonna have your back. I would blow your cover because I can't. I'm a terrible liar.
It's true. And usually I am too. And I didn't know what to say. I was so caught off guard.
Or diabetes.
And I didn't even say it right. And so he teases me every time.
I will say one thing that I would do like on a trip. I think
sugar water.
Growing up in a small town, like a trip was like a really special thing. So I would always like snack. Every time I'd get on a plane, I'm like, I'm going to the little place and I'm going to get snacks, right? And I don't do that really anymore with her because like I think that would be something you would judge me for. And it was more probably just for like the nutritional component of it. Like, hey, that's terrible for you. Why are you doing that?
Overseas?
Oh my God. They have like a tackle box full of snacks organized by color and by, oh, this is sweet, this is savory. I'm like, what? They have all kinds of
tackle boxes.
Yes. I went back to on the plane when we were flying over to Europe. Was it? No, it was.
We're going to Japan.
I thought in Europe they had it too, though. Anyway, they have like a tackle box full of snacks. Anything you can want, George, they've got it.
Because they know that I'm not paying one penny for anything in the airport. So they pack their snacks.
So that's one
thing. It's the same for movies, too. I don't want to pay for movie snacks. I don't want to tip. Okay, I feel really bad.
Man. I feel terrible right now, but no, I mean, I like bringing on what is it, Jersey Mike's? Bringing a foot-long Jersey Mike sub onto a plane and opening it. Ooh.
So good.
Just making everybody jealous. Yeah. I'm that guy. Like,
You're that guy?
Care, but it's cool. Something I'm going to do. I always try to bring food onto a plane.
Same.
Like, snacks are cool, but I don't know. I'd rather just meal it out.
Yeah, you go hard in there. Wow, all right, good for you. I usually just now have a couple of chomps and some like pistachios in my bag.
Some combos.
Sometimes I judge you on the knickknacks because he likes to bring back like little souvenirs sometimes. And
I was going to just say that I don't think we do that.
We really don't. But sometimes you will like pick up a few little knickknacks.
Do you think you're thinking of an ex or something? I don't. So the things we get, I actually think we get cool shit. Like we get we got the little tiki characters from
close. What? We bring back like food because I love to bring back spices for Aaron's wife. So I kind of get excited to find stuff like that when we travel, like different food. Like items that you can't necessarily find here.
First of all, I never have room to bring anything back, George, because I get about half of a suitcase and she gets to take over the rest of my suitcase with her stuff.
Next question.
It's actually about suitcases.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, here we go.
I'm kidding. What's a country or city that has changed your perspective on life the most?
Africa for me.
Why?
Africa changed my perception because, well, one, we ended up having to leave sooner because it just was not safe during that time in the area that we were in, Tunisia. So we ended up having to leave like late night and then bring on like extra security because we were not welcome there. I was actually there for a shoot, which was a terrible idea. It was a swimsuit shoot, and they were very conservative and not. So that was probably my one trip, even out of traveling with firearms all over the world, because I've got myself in some tricky moments there. But I think that particular time was, the hardest for me. I was like, man, it was crazy. So like a lot of weapons walking around.
Was it like you felt like people were trying to get to you?
So they had like weapons and didn't want us to leave, like surrounded us. And then there were like, it almost seemed like it happened so fast. There were like younger, what I remember, almost like kids, like teenagers, are the ones that kind of saved us and got us to this bus. And we literally went straight to a port. We didn't even go to the airport, and we got on a boat and left. So.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was crazy.
I think mine it's not because necessarily the location, probably it was just my first international trip was to Europe. I got to tour Europe to play my saxophone, George. Hell yeah. I was 15 years old. And we got to it was just very eye-opening to just see a whole different world and the history and the cultures and just different languages. So I think, and then frankly, every time we travel, I think it just continues to open up a different part of like, exploration. What's out there? This is just really cool. Like in Japan, you go there, and at the time I went to Japan for the first time, there wasn't a ton of English infrastructure there. The signs were all in symbols, and you're like, holy shit, it's like another world out here. And then just the people and the stuff that have you seen the Muscle Girl thing going on in Japan right now?
No.
There's these Muscle Girl bars where you go in, and it's all bartenders that are like jacked girls, and they're doing pull-ups and they're smacking you, and you have to do all it's like crazy. Look up the Muscle Girl bar. Anyway, they're just random stuff in different parts of the world that you would never think like would work out here in the States, or you'd never be exposed to it. Every time you go somewhere else, you see something that you didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
wow.
muscle girl bars.
Yeah, we talked. Harper and I talked.
Find this shit.
I think Harper showed me. Harper and we talked about this. Like, anyway, muscle girl. Please look this up and add a little clip about it. It's funny.
Are these muscles good enough for you?
No, not for me. They are, but not for muscle girl bar.
All right, fine. I can't even do a pull up.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Oh, you got to add that to the list.
I know.
That's a
Maybe
life
by
goal
the end of the year.
Hey, I could get one good one if I'm jumping into it.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
I might be able to get two. Which one of you would survive longer stranded in another country with no phone or no money?
Me, for sure.
No way. No phone?
No phone. I'm the survivalist here. Remember, I was going to kick you out of the crew. I was like, do you have a plan?
Just because you can shoot a gun and you have a fucking ladder that you can throw out your top window does not make you a survivalist. All right? Let's just be real clear here. I would survive.
I have gas masks. I have hazmat suits. I have like all the filters.
So you have a lot of equipment.
I do.
Congrats. That doesn't make you a survivalist.
If I was stranded, I would survive.
I think you would. I think I would do better.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's just see. John, we'll start with you. What would your first course of action be? You're stranded, no phone, no money. Random country.
Where are we?
No, random country. So whatever you want, whatever scenario makes you look like you would be better.
Well, I mean, if we're in the middle of nowhere, I got to find shelter. I got to find water first, right?
Okay, no. You're in civilization.
I'm in civilization.
Yep.
I'm nicer than you are. I've already tipped the barista, so I am going back to the barista that I tipped earlier that day and asking for some help.
Okay.
You didn't tip her, so you're in trouble.
Yeah, but
you have no friends out there. I've already been tipping everybody. Everybody loves me.
I have the military connection, so I'm going to the consulate.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, wow. And what would you say at the consulate? Because mind you have nothing.
And they would look and say, "Yes, Miss Villamore, we see you have a record. Unfortunately, we can't help you."
Bullshit. So before I leave anywhere, I always share my location with typically a few of my military friends. So I would go there and contact someone at home that has copies of my passport, because there are certain people in place in case I get stranded in another country that could get me home. They have copies of my passport and all my information.
Dang.
I'm relying on the barista that I tipped.
Oh, dang it. She went home already? Shit.
No, but now I've got a reputation. Oh, that guy tips well. Take care of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to be taking care of you in other ways, like that waitress wanted to. She squatted down to take your order.
Oh, boy.
All right. What's something about becoming parents that nobody warned you about?
That they don't post you on Mother's Day.
Can I get a manual?
Yeah, I need like so. What do they eat? What do they like? What does this thing like to eat?
What do I do? I was young.
Why does it not stop crying?
I was 20 when I came home with Aaliyah. So yeah, I wish they would have gave me an instruction manual with this little bean and how I'm supposed to keep it alive.
Did you take any of those classes that they like teach you all these things? Or what?
Like Lamaze and the breathing. And no, I did not. Oh. No, because when you're like 20, like younger, I think you think you're like too cool for that stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Like my kids are really into all the reading and being the best versions of themselves. Like younger.
Yeah.
That took me a little longer to hop on board with, I think. What about you?
I think that you feel like you're going to have all these answers because you're now a parent and the world's changing for you as it is for them, and you're trying to adapt to it for yourself, as well as how do you teach them how to adapt to it, right? Without being too rigid, because it's, for example, like the technology thing and their phones, and they've got social media and AI's coming, and you're trying to figure out how to deal with it yourself, but also try to teach these little people how to deal with it for them. And you don't even know what's coming. And by the time they're dealing with it at your age, so you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I establish principles for them so that they can adapt to this and and interact with it in a healthy way.
Yeah.
But you're still figuring that out yourself. Yeah. So it's, I don't know. I think
and the timing, it's like, when is the right time? Like when they start asking like sex questions and you're like, should we be having this conversation at 7? I don't know.
No, not
well, yeah, they have these questions.
I mean, they're exposed to a lot.
Hit with questions like that,
yeah.
you know? So they're all different. You just never know. It's kind of like a crapshoot, you know? You just do the best you can.
All right.
Keep them alive is what I heard.
Yeah.
So you're just giving them a chance.
Yep.
That's that. 2 more questions from you guys. All right. Who is more likely to romanticize life and who is more likely to think practically? We'll start with romanticize life.
I don't know. I mean, I have all these ideas and then he says, how are we going to get all that in?
I'm just more practical. Like if we're like, hey, we're going to go to a new country and we only have 3 days there and you want to go to each corner of said country. And that's like,
I want to get it all in. I want to see this and I want to see that.
Well, I think we get the practicality, the practical one here, but romanticize.
But I think it's different because I don't think I'd say I'm the practical one on everything. I think that it ebbs and flows. I think sometimes I'm the romantic and you're practical, and then sometimes it's the opposite.
Yeah,
I don't think it's like a universal, like I'm always the romantic in this thing.
Yeah.
Or you are. I think we're constantly.
Do you think I'm even romantic?
Not really romantic. Like, no, not you, but you romanticize things, you know.
Are you a romantic?
Yeah, I probably am with my 5-page letters to you and stuff like that. You don't ever even like acknowledge. Like, so it's not like,
Is that why you stopped writing me
hopeless
poems?
Romantic over here? Yeah, just trying to get you to like me. Anyway, I think there's things that you romanticize. Yeah, like
what?
Well, you're constantly like life design and how does that work for us and where are we going to be and what I want to do all of it and like that's like romantic in my mind, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah,
just saying,
I love it. I love dreaming.
Yeah. So I'd say you are romantic.
Okay.
Good answer. Good answers. Here we go. Final question for the Q&A here. I'm going to go with this one here. And of course I lost it. Oh yeah. What's one thing you had to unlearn from past relationships to make this one work?
Ooh.
Deep. And then on the hardest question.
One thing I had to unlearn to make this relationship work is I don't feel like I really brought much. Maybe this is a question you should answer, but I don't feel like I brought much in from my past relationship. Oh, see? Told you.
I think you have to. What's one thing that you felt the other person had to unlearn?
I'll go with that one then. Fine. You want me to go?
Sure.
I think that you came in with some predispositions about like the mixed family, the blended family.
Huh?
You had relationships in the past that they had kids from a previous relationship and they had baby mamas and they had all that. And so I think that the dynamic of this is different than some of those. And I think, I don't want to say better or worse because I don't want to like not hating on anybody else. I'm just saying I think you came in with like you had there were some patterns in your past relationships as it relates to their kids that I think you brought to the table. That you had to like unlearn some of that of like, okay, this is different. These are different people, different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not better, not trying to say better.
Yeah. So I wasn't open to dating someone with kids. And then I found out he had 3. Because I just didn't want to have to deal with like exes and schedules and all of that. Because I feel
But it's not like you then found out. Like you knew like day one that we talked.
I didn't know you had 3 kids.
I didn't know you had 3 kids.
Yeah,
but then
so you kind of learn along the way. So the idea of dating someone with small kids was...
It's not like we were dating and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, hey, by the way I got these 3 little mini versions of me over here.
Yeah. But we've made it work.
Right. So what's mine? What did I have to unlearn?
This is so uncomfortable. Can you tell? That I had to unlearn with you?
No, that I had to unlearn.
God. Wait, about me? I don't know. It's getting hot in here.
George, this is what she does. This is what she does in our conversations. I don't know if it's intentional. I think she does it intentionally. She's like, I'm frazzled now, and I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even know what the question was anymore. I'm like, all right.
Well, you know what that means, right?
It means we're done, I think.
It means that it's time to go to Turkey. No, it's time to go to Turkey. You guys are going to Turkey.
We are going to Turkey. We're going to be there for like a week.
I know. Are you so excited?
I am excited.
I've romanticized this trip.
This one, you have romanticized this trip. This one was not as ideas. Yeah, I know. We're all over. We're in. Yeah.
You guys are just following Instagram reels, clicking the
Turkish
locations.
bathhouse.
Yeah.
Which we've been told to stay away from.
I don't think it's so their thing, and we actually built this at Palm's place. It's called a hammam. Mm-hmm. It's like you're used to this. You like to go to the unisex saunas with the.
Kenny?
So they have it's like a steam room. It's not as hot as like a full sauna, and then they have like these big marble slabs in the middle that you're supposed to like lay on and absorb the heat. But they are unisex. But everyone's has a towel on, from what I understand. And then they have like these underground kind of bathhouses where it's just like lots of different water features, I guess. So
it's pretty PG.
I think so.
Okay.
So we're going to do that. We're going to go, we're going to go to Istanbul. We'll be in the city. We're going to go check out all the sites to see there. There's some really cool things to see there. Then we're going to go down to Cappadocia. I think it's Cappadocia. I've heard it as Cappadocia. Then I've heard people say Cappadocia, which doesn't sound right to me. So
we're going to find out and then we'll report back.
Yeah, I'm going to just ask him, how do you say this place? From a local. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the taxi guy.
The taxi guy, yeah. Mm-hmm. How do you say? And so then there's like the hot air balloons, and then we're staying in a cave hotel.
In a few caves. We're going to see the wild horses.
We're going to stay at the museum hotel, which will be really cool.
And the Sultan Caves.
And then she wants to go to a little beach town before we get back, so I'm trying to work that into the schedule.
I want to see one of the pottery shops. I would love to see one of the pottery shops.
We're going to recreate the ghost scene,
or not.
Which is you're a little too young for that.
I want to see a carpet shop, like all the carpets.
I want to ride on one.
Yeah, there has to be like a...
Yeah, can I ride on one?
Oh, yeah, when you're sleeping.
She wants me to ride on a horse, George. She's like, can you do this with like a photo shoot on a horse? I said, no. I'm not doing a photo shoot on the horse. I said, no, I'm not doing that. I rarely say no to this woman. I don't think I really ever say no to you.
Flowing in the background, like I'll bring a fan. Let's put on that hat.
Oh, you won't need a fan.
From the Tipsy Goat.
Jamie, he's riding that horse.
I don't think I can. Like, it's just... No.
Please.
No.
I'm getting like total romance
If
vibes.
I can do it,
romance
I told her, this is what I said. If I can do it in a way that it's very clear that I'm joking, I'll do it. But if you want me to look serious, like I'm riding this horse, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. I just, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to look like I'm like.
It has to give like George, a Flash Gordon.
Yes, it has to be promo. Like, oh, that's a joke.
Dun, dun, dun,
yes.
I want to make the horse come up on two legs.
Yeah, then I'll do that. But I am not doing it if it's like,
no, you do
serious.
not want a horse to come up on two legs, bro. You know how fast you would let go? You don't ride horses. You would
I'd hold on to that thing. You know, you're talking to the steer riding champion from 1990
right. No, you're from
Tonopah, Nevada.
Here we go.
You are from Tonopah. All right,
I rode that steer.
My bad. I'm a city boy.
It was probably 1994 or something.
I'd get crushed by that horse.
Okay. All right. Should we get out of here?
Yeah, let's go eat.
Right.
Yeah, have fun on the horse. Bye.